Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2019 Mercedes-Benz E450 4MATIC wagon. This E450 is currently showing just over 58,000 original miles, and if you'd like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior, as well as showing you some of the more notable features. So starting here on the exterior, finding it finished in a beautiful metallic gray paint scheme. The paint has a beautiful gloss to it and has been kept in very nice condition. We always start by going really close to the bodywork so as to take a close look for any dings, dents, scratches, or irregularities in the way the light reflects off the panels. And as we make our way to the back, it all presents beautifully nice. Now, looking here at the wheels. 19-inch split 5-spoke design. You'll see a little bit of water that's frozen on them there. The spokes are in perfect condition. Just a little bit of frozen water as it is about 10 degrees or so. But looking at this wheel, only a little bit of rash there around 5 o'clock, but otherwise nice condition. And that brings us here to the front wheel, which also presents very well. Beautiful two-tone design with that gray metallic paint to match the car, and then that machine finish on the outer portion. Now looking here at the front fascia, beautiful, elegant design. Really nice design in those headlights as well, with some gorgeous LED technology. You can see here, front end looking beautiful. No rock chips or damage to that bumper cover. Because this car just came from inside to outside and it's very cold, you can see a little haze there, but it should fade away even before we're done with this video. Looking here at the front wheel, very nice condition all around. And again, going really close to the bodywork. Looking for any dings, dents, or scratching. To my eye, it all looks good here to the back. And lastly, another wheel. Can't see any rash on this wheel in the back. Now looking here at the rear of the vehicle, looking at the gorgeous taillights, you can see they implemented some nice little crystal sort of material into that taillight, which gives it a really subtle but elegant design. See all your badging there at the back, finished in a bright chrome, looking wonderful. And here on the bumper cover, we have these dual exhaust outlets flanking that nice silver diffuser panel. And all around the windows, we have this silver and chrome trim, which I absolutely love, and that carries onto the roof rails as well. We can also see the roof in great condition with that nice panoramic glass panel there in the center. So next up, let's make our way inside. Looking here at the interior, seats in just fantastic condition. Beautiful black leather with white contrasted stitching, or gray almost. And just above our head there, a beautiful glass panel. So let's make our way inside. Wasting no time, pushing one of the nicest starter buttons in the business right there, looking gorgeous. Fire's right up, just a little bit low on washer fluid, that warning. I did forget to fill that up, but as we can see, no strange warnings in the gauge cluster at all. And everything begins to power up. You can see here I just turned down the radio. But looking around the interior, beautiful, nice black wood grain trim that carries all the way across. Dashboard in perfect condition all the way. Door cards are absolutely stunning. You can see I have all of my seat controls just here, as well as heated seats. I can also control the right seat using that button there, using my controls, which I always love when cars feature that. We have a stunning Burmeister audio system, which sounds just unbelievable. We also have the steer assist on the highway, as well as lane keep and radar guided cruise control. And then just here we have our window switches all finished in a beautiful semi-gloss silver. And you can see that ambient lighting shining beautifully all throughout the interior. We'll touch on that in just a moment. You can see here the steering wheel controls finished in piano black with a little bit of silver trim. That all presents just wonderfully. Steering wheel itself, leather wrap in great condition all the way around. Stitching is just the same. And here, looking in this fully digital gauge cluster, if I utilize the controls here on the left, I can actually navigate this menu. And one quick thing I'd like to show you, of course, you can control your media, phone, navigation, etc. here in the middle, but if you go to designs, you can really tailor the interior to what you like. So this is the classic we're looking at now. If I click on progressive, you get kind of a more futuristic blue theme, and then with sport, you get that classic AMG look with the yellow and gray theme. But for the sake of kind of this vehicle's spirit. We'll leave that in classic. Making my way back over, you can see on navigation you do get a nice bit of information here, and I can control every gauge for exactly what I'd like. If I had a route in the computer, it would be giving me directions just here, but we'll keep it on trip for the moment. Looking here at the center display, we have a beautiful reverse camera. If you see any flickering or that kind of flickering bit at the bottom there, that's only due to the camera. Here to the human eye, it does absolutely none of that. You can also see our full color navigation display here, as well as various other features. One thing I'd like to point out is that ambient lighting, which is accessible through this menu here. There's a crazy amount of customization you can do. I personally always like ocean blue or purple sky. It gives it a really brilliant shine all the way throughout the interior and the center console. But if you're preferring red or a combination of red and blue, you can see all of those changing immediately. Dawn blue, a nice change with blue and yellow, etc., etc. I also really like the jungle green theme. It's a bit harder to see until it's nighttime, and then it's just stunning. But for now, just so you can see it better, we'll leave it right there on purple sky. There's also a bunch more features we could cover in here, but for the sake of moving things along, we'll carry on down to the center console. Beautiful gauges, or pardon me, vents there for your climate controls. Speaking of climate controls, that's all featured just beneath all those switches in great shape. Here for your infotainment controller, we have that gorgeous analog clock. Underneath this panel, one touch reveals a couple of cup holders as well as some wireless charging and media input. And then your basic infotainment controller, you can control a lot of drivability features like your driving modes, which are all seen here. You have your touchpad control as well as your wheel to navigate, and some of your media controls just there, as well as being able to drop the headrests on those back seats for better rear visibility. Last thing I'd like to show is closing the cover on this panoramic roof, both front and rear. You can see that works exactly as it should, both closing and opening back up. No issues with the fabric finding its way back into that pillar there. So next up, let's make our way under the hood and take a look at what powers the E450 wagon. I'll meet you there. All right, so now we're here under the hood of the E450 wagon, taking a look at the powertrain. First off, just from a condition point of view, it looks stunning here under the hood. Everything is extremely clean all the way throughout. Even looking down the side of the motor there, it's all just remarkably tidy here in this engine bay. So this engine we're looking at here is one of the higher tier engines you could get in a E-Class wagon, of course not considering the AMG stuff, but this here is a 3-liter V6 bi-turbocharged powertrain, mated to a 9-speed gearbox, and then power delivered to all 4 wheels through Mercedes' 4MATIC system. You're going to see around 362 horsepower and just a hair under 370 pound-feet of torque. So it's an incredibly punchy motor, and I think you'll be really surprised not only by the smoothness, but by the power delivery and how, thanks to those short gears, it's really available whenever and wherever you may need it. Now, taking a quick look here at the second row of seats. Seat material is in wonderful shape all the way across this rear bench. Looking here at the door card, it's beautifully appointed, just the same as the front. You also have that nice drop-down armrest and the beautiful sunroof above. Now, I have the driver's seat situated in a very nice, relaxed driving position, and now I'll sit right behind myself. For reference, I'm about 6'4", and I have tons of room thanks to these clever cutouts just there. I do have my climate controls available just there as well. It's all a very comfortable, nice place to be here in this stunning interior. Now, lastly, we'll take a quick look at the cargo area here in the back. With one touch, it opens up that rear hatch. We will see the privacy blind stow itself up for ease of access. You can see all of our mats looking great. We also have this weather protective mat. Underneath that, another carpet, and then underneath that is the actual floor. And if you open this up and another panel just behind it there, you can actually open up a third row of seats that face outwards out the back. There's seat belts and everything. This has been kind of a long-standing feature of the Mercedes E-Class wagons. It is quite a lot of work to open it all up and get it set up. So if you would reference the photo set available through the listing, you'll see I took everything apart, folded up those seats, they are in absolutely stunning condition. And then with one touch, we can lower it down. You'll see that privacy blind begin to stow away. And then once it finds its home, you cannot see into the cargo space. So if you have any further questions related to this stunning E-Class wagon, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you'll find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.